To get to anywhere, we're gonna make a decision. Live tonight, die this way.
The cover has screws there and there. The other side, same thing. Once that's off, you're at this stage. You have your shifter linkages there, and then you have the cables that go down to the transmission.
So we got to take this all apart. 4 bolts to hold the main bracket down. And there's 2 clamps we got to take out, disconnect these, and then it should come out. Got to get the wiring harnesses off. The little plastic clips.
Okay.
Easy enough.
You got 2 little plastic clips.
These 4 bolts are 12 millimeters.
Nice.
For now started. And then just leave one in for now until we get the cables disconnected.
So leave 1 bolt in until we get the cables disconnected?
Yeah, this way this is secured a little bit. The bolt that holds this one for the actual shift is also a 12, so we can get this off. You might need is a little wrench or something on the other side to keep it from spinning. And we can get that out. The other one's just a little clip, very simple to get off. Pair of pliers, just like this.
That comes out of the hole and then that pops right off.
And then using a little pry bar is the easiest way to do this. Is to get on these clips and just pry up on each side little by little. There it goes. They come right out. Same thing with the other one. This one's a little bit more tricky. Driver in here, pry the rest of it because it's a little tighter than the other side. And then at this point we can get rid of this last bolt. And that's it.
So pulls right out, huh?
Pull it up, slide these out. And that's it.
There it is.
It's out.
There you go. Let's look like when it's out. What's down here?
Nothing. It's a gas tank.
Bunch of gas tanks right underneath here, huh? Okay.
Don't blow up.
All right, next step's gonna be what we do with that.
Take it apart and see what's wrong with it.
Yep. All right, so once we got the shifter off, that's what it looks like. It's a little dirty, so we're gonna clean it up so you guys can get an idea of what's involved here.
All right, so now we have this little cleaned up somewhat. We take these. There's supposed to be 4. There's 1 missing, and this one's loose, so it's not helping our cause.
Yeah, so that's just adding to the wobbliness of it.
Yeah, this is just a bolt and washer on the other side. So this will just take it off by hand, seeing as it's not tight at all. This one, this is also 12. These are tight, actually.
The nut on the other end is welded, right?
Yeah.
But to access this, you'd have to take it off like you did. There's no way you
Easy enough to take it out, you might as well.
Yeah.
No point in killing yourself.
Okay, so what do we got there? We have 2 little washers holding the plastic cup in and coming out.
Things on there good. So this is that spring. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah. There's a little retaining clip right there. So you have to pop this retaining clip, boom, boom, pop that off, and then you'll be able to access the other things. It's crucial to remember, we have it on video so we're good, but when you're doing this at home, make sure you remember where everything was. Oh, see that?
All the clips have little indents in them.
It's a little indent you can stick your flathead in.
Get a screwdriver in there and pry it out. Instead of trying to kill yourself with needle nose pliers. This is the washer.
That.
It's nice. Here's the spring.
The worn out spring. Now, that spring, what that does is keep the shifter centered. So when you wobble like this, that's when you shift out of gear, it automatically wants to come back to neutral. That's what the spring's for. So when it's worn out, your shifter just wobbles around. And I'd rather do this, spend hours putting transmission parts together and working on stuff that's actual mechanical stuff, than spending even an hour polishing or getting a dent out or some body work. I hate body work.
Yeah, body work's brutal.
Okay, so we put the plastic back in, we greased it up. You're gonna want to use moly grease. That's made for high pressure and low speed joints. So that's why I use moly. The clip ring here underneath to hold the plastic, yellow plastic in. Honestly, if you didn't have that, it's not like it's gonna fall out and nothing's gonna happen. But it's good to have that. You have the retaining ring on top of that, and that's it for that. Then you put this back together. What we did was we squeezed these back together to give it some more tension, so it's a little tighter. Now we're just reassembling it. There you go. Goes on like that. Oh, get it all over there. Chocolate pudding.
Nom nom.
Go ahead and taste it. Make sure it hasn't gone bad yet. All right. So after you're done cleaning it thoroughly, make a complete mess with the grease.
Yeah, basically.
Probably use too much grease, but you know what? Better use too much than too little.
That's right.
At speeds like that,
As fast as you shift,
yeah.
taking no
Yeah,
chances.
all those short shifters people put in, you don't need any of that.
Just shift faster.
Just dump some moly grease into the compartments, and you'll be double clutching in no time. So you see it going up, it's bending the spring up and down, and that's what you're doing. There it is. There it is, perfect.
Right, so first we're going to put these fucking things in. If you forget, it's going to suck. And you got to take everything back apart. Oh, I'd advise putting a bolt in to hold this in place. Similar to how we took it apart. Leave the bolt in here. Tighten that down. Right now we can throw these clips in. Each clip's the same, so. Like so.
Block it, please. And then you gotta put it in.
And they go down fairly easy. Yeah, throw that in. Like a whole new car.
Is it nice? You didn't realize we didn't change any of the other bearings. Alright. How does it feel? Oh yeah, that's a lot
Right?
better.
It's a lot better than it was.
Okay, we got the car jacked up. Now we're gonna take a look at the linkage that we were talking about. The linkage that was up top comes back here. There's the connectors that come over. Some play there. Top one's has a little play too. Well, once those come off, that's what you're left with. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take some sandpaper. We're gonna sand down these corroded edges because the new bearings are a lot tighter than these. We're gonna sand these down, clean them up, and then put on the new one. We used a C-clamp and we pressed it in. We thought we might damage the bearing, but it actually didn't damage it at all. This one, we pressed in using a C-clamp. So this is tight in there. We tried to sand as much as we could, but that's not moving. The bearing in here allows for it to move around. Everything else is tight. So we got the new bearings on, put some washers in, check the play, real tight. Top one, no play, tight. I had to reuse this one because I lost the other washer on the other side. But again, all tight.
Around my shoulder and